6 most disturbing forest encounters. Caught on camera forests are supposed to be peaceful, right? A place to hike, relax, and get in touch with nature. But what if I told you that behind the towering trees and chirping birds, some forests hide terrifying secrets? From eerie masked figures to near-death encounters, today's video will make you think twice before going off the beaten trail. Welcome to a journey into the unknown. These are 6 of the most disturbing forest encounters ever caught on camera. Some were complete accidents, others were chilling setups, but every single one is 100% real. So dim the lights, put on your headphones, and get ready for some unsettling truths. 1. Masked strangers in the grass. Auckland, New Zealand, 2015. It began as a casual student film project. In January 2015, a group of New Zealand film students were filming outside the Parnell railway station in Auckland. One of them, Chris Meir, captured something far more chilling than they ever expected. At first, it seemed harmless. Chris and his friends were laughing and joking, filming themselves near the tall grass. But then, 2 figures emerged. A man and a woman in unsettling white masks, standing still, staring directly into the camera. At first, the group thought it might be a prank. Nervous laughter echoed in the background. But when the figures moved closer and one appeared to be holding a weapon, the fear became real. Chris and the others ran to the main road. Moments later, a police helicopter was spotted circling the area. Authorities confirmed this wasn't the first report involving the masked duo. Days earlier, they'd reportedly harassed another person in a nearby park. Police later claimed the weapons were fake, but the identities of the masked pair remain unknown. Was it a prank, a failed robbery, or something darker? This footage serves as a chilling example of how easily a joke can turn into real danger. A few more minutes of delay or curiosity could have led to disaster. It's a powerful reminder that even familiar places can host deeply disturbing surprises. These figures appeared without warning, carrying an unsettling air that froze everyone in place. To this day, their motive remains a mystery. One thing's certain, Chris and his friends narrowly avoided something potentially deadly, and the footage they captured proves it. 2. The Suicide Forest Discovery, Aokigahara, Japan, 2017. Aokigahara, or the Sea of Trees, lies near the base of Mount Fuji. It's beautiful, dense, and deeply quiet, but it's also infamous as Japan's most tragic forest, a place where many go to end their lives. Urban explorer and YouTuber Burbex ventured into this forest in July 2017 to document the experience. At first, his video felt like any other hiking vlog until he stumbled upon something haunting: an abandoned bicycle, a plastic bag, and a note. Inside the bag was packaging from a kitchen knife, and the note referenced the Fuji Yoshida police station, suggesting this spot had been verified as a scene involving a real missing person. Signs at the forest entrance plead with visitors. Think about your family. Don't suffer alone. Security cameras and volunteers patrol the area, hoping to intervene. But none of that stopped whoever left that bike and note. It's a chilling reminder of the forest's tragic reputation and of how close explorers like Burbex can come to uncovering real-life horror. The sense of isolation, the complete silence around, and the eerie presence of past sorrow hang over every tree. It's more than just a haunted place. It's a graveyard of stories never fully told, echoing between the moss-covered branches. The shadows stretch longer here, like silent witnesses to untold pain. 3. The Moose Attack. Red Deer, Canada, 2023. Moose might look majestic, but don't be fooled. They're massive, fast, and potentially deadly. In early 2023, David Meredith learned this the hard way while taking an evening walk through the woods near his home in Red Deer, Canada. Spotting a bull moose near a tree, David tried to get a closer look, but the moose noticed him and charged. Knowing he couldn't outrun the animal, David leapt into a nearby tree and started filming. The moose circled below, agitated. It made repeated feint charges, its massive antlers just inches below. David hung on for more than 10 minutes before the moose lost interest and wandered off. One flimsy branch had been his only lifeline. A misstep, a broken twig, and this story might have ended very differently. Thanks to his instincts and a little luck, David lived to tell the tale and warn others that wildlife isn't always so wild about us. Being in that position, inches from a wild animal's wrath, must have felt like standing on the edge of death. Nature doesn't care who you are, and sometimes it reminds you of that in the most brutal way possible. The forest is breathtaking, but also ruthless. The ATV Booby Trap, Unknown Forest Trail, 2018. In February 2018, Greg Harris uploaded a GoPro video of himself riding his ATV on a remote trail. Everything seemed normal until he hit something unseen. A taut metal wire had been strung between 2 trees. It snapped across his helmet, forcing him to a stop. If that wire had been a few inches lower, it could have slit his throat. Luckily, it hit his helmet and broke. Greg was rattled but safe. Sadly, this wasn't a one-off incident. In the ATV and dirt bike community, booby traps like these are disturbingly common. Some are set by angry locals, others by people who just want to cause harm. Greg's video became a warning. Always scan the trail ahead. Someone out there had deliberately tried to hurt or kill a random rider. These kinds of acts reveal the frightening truth that not all dangers in the forest are natural. Sometimes the real predators walk on two legs, hiding their intentions behind the mask of nature. This calculated cruelty adds a sinister layer to even the most peaceful woods. 5. Stalked by a mountain lion. Fernie, British Columbia, 2014. In the summer of 2014, a biker named Chris was riding through the mountains near Fernie, British Columbia, when he noticed movement in the tall grass. It was a mountain lion, and it was stalking him. Chris pulled out his camera. His voice trembled as he spoke. The lion was crouched low, eyes locked on him. At one point, it crept closer, its body tense. Chris made noise, tried to look big, even shouted to scare it off, but the lion didn't budge. When Chris turned his back to step away, a massive risk, the lion circled around and cut him off. The two locked eyes for nearly 5 minutes. Then at last, the animal turned and disappeared. Mountain lions rarely attack humans, but this one had shown all the signs. If Chris had made the wrong move, he might not have walked away. In the wild, you're never fully in control. That moment where a predator decides your fate based on instinct or indifference reminds us how fragile we truly are in their domain. One wrong step can turn awe into agony. 6. A child's grim discovery. Fair Lawn, New Jersey, 2019. March 2019. A 5-year-old girl in Fair Lawn, New Jersey was playing near a wooded creek behind her home when she saw something strange. A pile of torn, blood-stained clothing. She ran to her father, who investigated and called the police. The clothes were clearly a woman's outfit and had been intentionally cut and shredded, with dark red stains covering the fabric. Police hoped it was a prank, but no one came forward to claim the clothes. They couldn't be linked to a crime or a missing person, so they weren't accepted for testing. To this day, the origin of the clothes remains a mystery, but one can't help but wonder, what really happened in those woods? And did that young girl unknowingly stumble across evidence of a violent crime? It's the kind of encounter that haunts both investigators and the public. Unanswered questions, eerie clues, and the sense that something terrible might still be out there, hidden beneath the leaves. Even now, the silence around it feels too deliberate. Forests are beautiful, but as these stories prove, they can also be hiding places for darkness, danger, and the unknown. From close encounters with wildlife to masked strangers and chilling discoveries, each of these moments reminds us that the woods aren't always what they seem. Which encounter disturbed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you love creepy true stories, forest mysteries, and real-life horror caught on camera, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Stay safe out there. And if you ever venture into the woods, keep your camera rolling. You never know what you might catch.